Dear students, heartily welcome to First PUC Chemistry video lecture classes organized by Mysore District Chemistry Lecturer Forum. Myself is Mahadev Swami. I am a chemistry faculty in SVI Composite PU College. Dear students, now you are watching My PU Chemistry YouTube channel. Go and subscribe it. In today's session, we are going to deal with the fourth chapter that is present in PU, first PU textbook, that is chemical bonding and molecular structure. Before going to that molecular structure, first we want to understand what do you mean by chemical bonding. Okay, what do you mean by chemical bonding? Okay, chemical bonding means it is only an force of attraction. It is an force of attraction which can hold the atoms or ions. You are already know that there are totally 118 elements are present in a modern periodic table. All the 118 elements are not stable. Majority of the elements are obtained in a combined state. Okay. For example, why all the elements are not obtained in a combined state? Because in any atom there are two kinds of forces exist. First one is attractive force and then repulsive force. For example, consider atom A and then atom B. You are already know that in any atom central nucleus is present and then electrons are revolving round the whole nuclear system. And then in a nucleus what happened? The positively charged particles are present along with the neutron. That positively charged particles are itself known it as proton. Okay. In B atom also the central nucleus is there, nucleus which is having positive charge, because along with the neutron proton is present in a nucleus. And then electrons are revolving around the whole nuclear system. Electrons which is having negative charge, electrons which is having negative charge. And then in any two atom there are two kinds of force are exist. First one is attractive force. Attractive force. This attractive force is operated between positively charged nucleus of one atom and negative electron cloud of another atom. In this case what happened? Positively charged species means nucleus and negative electron cloud means atom B. Okay, here there is some force of attraction. This force of attraction is known it as attractive force. That means you are already know that oppositely charged species are attract each other. That means positive charged species and a negative charged species can easily attract with each other. Similarly, negatively charged species and then positively charged species, then also they are attract each other. Okay, here negatively charged species and then positively charged species of another atom, then also there is attraction. Okay, there is an attraction. Similarly, repulsive force, repulsive force, repulsive force. This repulsive force is operated between same charged species or like charges. You are already know that like charges are always repel each other and unlike charges are attract each other. Okay. Therefore, what happened? Positive charged species and then positive charged species, then what happened? Repel each other. Similarly, negatively charged species, then also repel each other. Therefore, in this case what happened? Positive charged nucleus and then positive charged nucleus, then we are observing repulsive force. Similarly, negative and then negative charge, then also we are observing repulsive force. Okay. If attractive force, okay, attractive force is greater than that of an repulsive force, then only they form to an bonding. Okay, bonding means it is only an force of attraction, it is an attractive force. Okay, this attractive force which will be holds the constituent atoms or ions or molecule, okay, are itself known it as chemical bonding. Okay, what do you mean by chemical bonding? Chemical bonding means it is an attractive force which holds the atom or ions or molecule together. They are all regarded as an chemical bonding. Next, there are several theories are put forward in order to explain the chemical bonding. The first theory was proposed by Kozal and then Lewis theory. Kozal and Lewis approach. Okay, this Kozal and then Lewis approach for the formation of chemical bonding. Let me see what do you mean by Kozal and then Lewis approach of chemical bonding. You already know that in a modern periodic table, the noble gases are stable. Noble gases are stable. What do you mean by noble gas? 18th group elements. What are the 18th group elements? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, etc. They are all regarded as an rare gases or noble gases, except helium. Except helium, all the noble gases are stable. All the noble gases are stable, except helium. All the noble gases except helium, all the noble gases which is having 8 electrons in an outermost shell. Except helium, all the noble gases which is having 8 electrons in an outermost shell. Okay. The stability of the noble gas is due to an 8 electron present in an outermost shell. The stability of an noble gas is due to an 8 electron present in an outermost shell. For example, consider neon. Okay. Neon, the atomic number of neon is 10, and then the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and then 2p6. You are already know that completely filled electron present in an atom of an element are known it as inner electron, and incompletely filled electron present in an atom of an element, they are all regarded as an outermost electron or valence electron. Okay, here 1s is known it as inner electron and then 2s, 2p is known it as outermost electron. In this outermost electron or in an outermost shell, how many electrons is present? 8 electrons. In an outermost shell, there are totally 8 electrons present, therefore, this neon is stable. Okay, the stable configuration is always represented in a square bracket like this. Okay, they are does not involving in any bond formation. Okay, similarly, consider argon. Argon, the atomic number will be 18 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s2, 3s2, 3p6. Okay, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 is known it as inner shell. The electron present in an inner shell is known it as inner electron. Similarly, 3s2, 3p6 are known it as outermost shell. In an outermost shell, how many electron is present? 8 electron. Okay, therefore, 8 electron is present, therefore, argon is stable. Therefore, argon is stable element, it is represented in a square bracket. Okay, not only argon, similarly krypton, xenon and then radon. Okay, all the element which they can easily achieve this stable 8 electrons in an outermost shell. Okay, therefore, what happened? This element except all the noble gases are stable, except noble gases, any other element cannot easily attain the stability. Okay, in order to attain the stability, what happened? Either they can gain an electron or lost the electron or share the electron. Okay, according to Kozal, he says that stability of an atom will be depend upon the number of electron present in an outermost shell. Okay, Lewis postulated that the stability of the noble gas is due to an 8 electron present in an outermost shell. Okay, in any atom 8 electron present in an outermost shell, then they are attain the stability. Okay, in order to attain the stability, according to Lewis, what happened? They can easily accept an electron or donate an electron or share an electron. Okay, for example, consider formation of sodium chloride. Consider the formation of sodium chloride molecule. Okay, this sodium chloride is formed by an sodium atom and then chlorine atom, that you are already know that. For this sodium atomic number is 11 and chlorine 17. Okay. And then in this sodium the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s1. For this chlorine atom the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s2, 3p5. You are already know that only the valence electrons are involved in any bond formation, okay, according to Lewis. According to Lewis, what happened? Only the valence electrons are involving in any bond formation. Therefore, what happened? Here 3s atomic orbitals are involving in the bond formation and then here 3s2, 3p5 are involving in the bond formation. You are already know that this sodium is all not stable and then chlorine is not stable. This is according to Kozal. Why? According to Kozal, what happened? Any element which is having 8 electron in an outermost shell, then only it is stable. But this sodium, they contain only 1 electron in an valence shell. Similarly, chlorine which contain 7 electrons in an valence shell. In order to attain the stability, what happened? This sodium, in order to attain the stability, either if it is lost 1 electron, then also it becomes stable, or if it is gained 7 electron, then also it becomes stable. Okay, in order to attain the stability, what happened? Okay, gaining of electron is very easy or losing of electron is very easy. You are already know that the losing of electron is more comfortable for sodium compared to that of an gaining of 7 electron. Therefore, this sodium have tendency to lose 1 electron. After losing 1 electron, resulting in the formation of Na plus. This plus charge indicates that 1 proton is more compared to that of an electron. Okay. Therefore, Na plus. That means, after losing an electron, this sodium will lose 1 electron as a result in the formation of Na plus. This Na plus is known as cation. Okay. And then similarly, chlorine. For this sodium ion, what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, the electronic configuration of Na plus became what happened? Okay, 1 electron is less because we are losing 1 electron. After losing 1 electron, what happened? Resulting in the formation of 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay, 1s2, 2s2 and then 2p6. This is an electronic configuration of Na plus. In an outermost shell, how many electrons is present? 8 electron. Okay, according to Kozal, what happened? This sodium ion is stable. Okay, similarly, consider chlorine. In chlorine, how many valence electron is present? Totally 7 valence electron is present. This chlorine is not stable because according to Kozal, in order to attain the stability, 8 electrons should be present, or in order to attain the noble gas configuration, 8 electrons should be present. But here in an outermost shell, 8 electron is not there. Okay, therefore, what happened? Either if it is gained 1 electron, then also this chlorine become attain the stability, or this if it is lost 7 electron, then also it can easily attain the stability. Which is more comfortable for this chlorine? Okay, gaining of electron is more comfortable for chlorine. Therefore, this chlorine have tendency to gain 1 electron. After gaining 1 electron, what happened? The negative charge will be more on chlorine, therefore, result in the formation of Cl minus. This Cl minus indicate that anion. Okay. Once if it is gained electron, then what happened? They can easily achieve this stable octet according to Kozal. Okay. For this Cl minus, what happened? The electronic configuration became 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and then 3s2 and then 3p6. Okay. Here how many outermost electron is present? 8. Here also 8 electron is present. Then both the sodium ion and then chloride ion easily attain the stability. Okay. According to Kozal. Okay. These positive charge species are known as cation, and then these negative charged species are known as anion. Okay, there is a oppositely charged species. There is some electrostatic force of attraction between the sodium ion and then chloride ion, resulting in the formation of what? Resulting this sodium positive and negative charge then neutralizes, resulting in the formation of NaCl. Okay, this is in case of an sodium chloride, formation of sodium chloride. In the formation of sodium chloride, sodium have tendency to lose an electron, chlorine which is having tendency to gain an electron. Okay, after losing an electron, after gaining an electron, both are attain the noble gas configuration according to Kozal and Lewis. Okay, any doubt regarding this? After losing an electron, resulting in the formation of Na plus. After gaining an electron, resulting in the formation of Cl minus. Okay, there is a force of attraction between the oppositely charged species which holds to formation of sodium chloride. Okay, similarly, in case of an chlorine molecule, okay, ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇದನ್ನ. Next, consider the formation of chlorine molecule. Consider the formation of chlorine molecule. In chlorine molecule, what happened? This chlorine molecule is formed by an 2 chlorine atom. This chlorine molecule is formed by an 2 chlorine atom. Okay. Then what happened? Both the chlorine atom are mutually share the electron in order to attain the stability. Okay. In this chlorine molecule, what happened? Both the chlorine atom can easily share the electron between the 2 atoms. Okay, like this. For this chlorine, okay, totally 7 valence electron is present. These 7 valence electrons are represented like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is according to an Lewis representation. What do you mean by Lewis representation? That I will discuss you later. Similarly, consider another chlorine molecule, another chlorine atom. Here also totally 7 valence electron is present. These 7 valence electrons are represented like this. In order to attain the stability, how many electron it requires? 1 electron. Similarly, this chlorine atom is also required 1 electron in order to attain the stability. Therefore, what happened? There is a mutual sharing of electron between the 2 chlorine atom, resulting in the formation of what? Chlorine molecule. Okay, then this chlorine also attain the stability, this chlorine is also attain the stability. Okay, both are attain the noble gas configuration, then it become stable. Okay, this is the formation of chlorine molecules. Next, how to represent the valence electron anta nodana. Iga next we move on to an Lewis representation or Lewis symbol. Okay, Lewis symbol. Before going to Lewis symbol, what do you mean by Kozal and then Lewis ಅನ್ನೋರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ನೊಬೆಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ನ ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಆಟಮ್ಗಳು, ಅಥವಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಗೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯೂಚುವಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನು. ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಅಟೈನ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ನೊಬೆಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್, all the atom present in a modern periodic table are available in the form of an combined state. Okay, except noble gases. Noble gases which is having independent existence, but all other atom does not have independent existence. Okay, noble gases are stable because outermost electrons are completely filled. Okay, but in other cases what happened? While other atom, in case of an other atom, outermost electrons are not completely filled, therefore it is not stable. Okay, next we move on to an Lewis symbol. Next we move on to an Lewis symbol. You are already know that except noble gases, in any element, consider any element, the outermost electrons only involving in bond formation. Outermost electrons are only involving in an bond formation. These outermost electrons are represented either in a dot structure or cross structure for a symbol of an element. That symbol are itself known it as Lewis symbol. Lewis symbol means it represented the number of outermost electrons present in an atom. Okay, for example, consider lithium. You are already know that lithium is not stable because it cannot easily attain the stability. Okay, you are already know that in order to attain the stability, the valence electrons are involving in bond formation. Okay, how many valence electron is present in this lithium? That can be represented by this Lewis symbol. Okay, for example, in lithium what happened? Atomic number of lithium is 3 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s1. Okay, here 1s2 as known it as innermost shell and then 2s, 2p are known it as outermost shell. Okay, here 2p, it does not contain any electron because the number of electron is only 3. Therefore, what happened? Here, how many outermost electron is present? Only 1. Therefore, this lithium is not stable. This 1 electron is represented like this. Lithium, it is a symbol of an element and then 1 dot or cross. This cross represented the electron present in an outermost shell, or it may be also represented like this, Li dot. Okay, this is an dot structure, this is an cross structure. Both the structure indicate that the valence electron. Okay, this symbol are itself regarded as an Lewis symbol or Lewis representation. Okay, this Lewis representation is an either dot or cross structure. The number of dot around the symbol of an element represented the outermost electrons. Okay, similarly, consider hydrogen. Okay, atomic number is 1, electronic configuration is 1s1. In order to attain stability, 1 electron is required. Okay, then how to represent the Lewis symbol? The symbol of element is hydrogen and then how many electrons present? Only 1 in an outermost shell. Okay, therefore, it is represented like this. This is for hydrogen, this is for lithium. Similarly, consider beryllium. What is the atomic number of beryllium? Atomic number of beryllium is 4 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p 0, 2p 0. Whether it is stable? No, it is not stable because the outermost electron is not completely filled. It cannot easily attain the stable noble gas configuration. Therefore, what happened? This beryllium, which contain 2 outermost electron or valence electron, outermost electron are itself known it as valence electron. This valence electron is represented like this, 1 and then 2. This is the Lewis symbol, or it may be also represented like this, beryllium dot, here also dot. Okay. Similarly, boron. In boron, how many valence electrons is present? 3. Therefore, according to Lewis symbol, this valence electron is represented like this for an boron. Similarly, carbon. How many valence electrons is present? Totally 4 valence electrons is present because atomic number is 6, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2 and then 2p2. How many valence electrons is present? Totally 2 plus 2, 4. This 4 valence electron is represented like this, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the Lewis symbol for carbon. Okay. And then similarly for nitrogen, how many valence electron is present? Totally 5. This 5 valence electron is represented like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it may be also represented like this, nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. Okay. This is an Lewis symbol for nitrogen. Similarly, for oxygen, how many valence electron is present? 6. Okay, this 6 valence electron is represented according to Lewis symbol like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the Lewis representation for an oxygen. Okay, note ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, Lewis symbol for lithium is Li dot, and then hydrogen is H dot or H cross. For beryllium, Be dot or Be cross. For boron, 3 valence electron, it may be represented like this. For carbon, 4. Similarly, for nitrogen 5. Similarly, for oxygen 6. Okay, this is the Lewis representation of second period element. Similarly, we can also write the Lewis symbol for an third period, fourth period, fifth period, etc. Okay. What are the uses of this Lewis representation? Okay, what are the uses of Lewis representation or Lewis symbol? Okay, first advantage. Okay, first advantage of this Lewis symbol, number of, you already know that Lewis symbol represented the number of electron present in an outermost shell. Is it or not? This number of electron present in an outermost shell is used to calculate the valence electron. Okay, the number of dot, okay, number of dot around the Lewis representation. Okay, number of dot or cross present on the Lewis symbol indicate the number of valence electron. This is the first advantage of Lewis symbol. Okay, number of dot or cross present on the Lewis symbol indicate the number of valence electron. For example, in case of an H dot, how many valence electrons present? Only 1. Similarly, for beryllium, okay, how many crosses are present? 2. Therefore, valence electron, how many valence electron is present on beryllium? 2. Similarly, for oxygen, okay, totally how many dots are present around the oxygen element? 6. Therefore, how many valence electron is present? 6. Okay, the number of dot or cross around the Lewis symbol indicate the number of valence electrons. This is the first advantage of Lewis symbol. Okay, second advantage is the number of electron present in an outermost shell. Number of electron may be represented like this: number of electron present on the valence shell is used to calculate the valency. Okay, number of electron present on the valence shell is used to calculate valency of an element. Okay, this is the second advantage of Lewis symbol. Second advantage says that number of electron present on the valence shell is used to calculate the valency of an element. Okay, or group valency of an element, or group valency of an element, group valency of an element. Okay, what do you mean by that? Like for example, valency is different compared to that of an valence electron. Okay, valence electron became valency, but valency is not become valence electron. For example, consider hydrogen. Okay, 1s1. Okay, here hydrogen 1. How many valence electron is present? Only 1. Therefore, valence electron is also 1 and valency is also 1. Okay, valency of hydrogen is only 1. Valency is only 1, but valence electron is only 1. Okay, number of outermost electron became valency. Okay, number of outermost electron, it became valency in case of an hydrogen. Okay, what do you mean by valency? Valency means it is an combining capacity of an element. Valency means it is an combining capacity of an element which is linked to an outermost shell of an atom. Combining capacity of an element which is linked to an outermost electron present in an atom. Okay, that combining capacity of the hydrogen is how much? Only 1. Therefore, valency is only 1. Okay, similarly consider lithium. How many valence electron is present? Only 1. In lithium also the combining capacity is only 1 and valence electron is also only 1. Okay, in lithium also what happened? Combining capacity is also 1 and then number of valence electron is also 1. Okay, number of valence electron became equal to an valency. Okay, in this case, is it or not? Good. But what do you mean by valency? Valency means either the number of valence electron or 8 minus the number of valence electron. Okay, valency means either the number of outermost electron or 8 minus number of valence electron or number of valence electron. Okay, both are regarded as an valency. Okay, in hydrogen and then lithium what happened? The number of valence electron became equal to an valency. But in case of an oxygen atom, okay, what happened? In an oxygen atom, there are totally 6 valence electron is present. These 6 valence electron is represented according to an Lewis structure like this. Similarly, for another oxygen atom, totally 6 valence electron is present. Okay, now I am considering for one oxygen atom, whether it is attained the stability? No, because only 6 valence electron is present. In order to attain the stability, it required 2 more electron. In this case, what happened? 8 minus the number of valence electron. Number of valence electron is 6. That 8 minus 6, that become equal to 2. Therefore, here in case of an oxygen atom, okay, totally 6 valence electron is present. The valence electron is 6, but combining capacity of an element is 2, therefore valency is 2. Okay, this is in case of an oxygen. Therefore, this oxygen can easily share the electron with another oxygen atom. Okay, then both the oxygen atom can easily attain the stability. Okay, in case of a nitrogen, what happened? Okay, nitrogen atomic number is 7 and then how many valence electron is present? Totally 5 valence electron is present. Okay, what is the combining capacity of this nitrogen? Valence electron is 7, valence electron is 5, valence electron is 5, but combining capacity is 3, because in order to attain the stability, it can easily gain an electron. How much electron it can easily gain? 3 electron, because 8 minus the number of valence electron is 5, therefore 8 minus 5, 3. How many valence electron is present? 5 valence electron, but valency is 3. Okay, that means valency means it is an combining capacity of an element which is linked to an outermost shell of an atom. Valency may be either number of outermost electron or 8 minus the number of outermost electron. Okay, these two are the advantage of Lewis symbol. Okay. And then another advantage is number of valence electron is used to calculate the group valency of an atom. Okay, number of electron present on the outermost shell is used to calculate the group valency. For example, lithium, what is the valency? Only 1. Similarly, consider sodium, only 1 dot is present. Okay, what is the valency? Only 1. Okay, valency is only 1. For lithium, valency is 1, and then similarly for hydrogen, valency is 1. Therefore, hydrogen, sodium, lithium, and then similarly consider potassium, only 1 dot is present. What is the valency? Only 1. Okay, therefore, this sodium, lithium, potassium, in all these cases the valency is 1. Therefore, these elements are belongings to an one group. Okay, therefore, group valency of this element is only 1. Therefore, sodium, lithium, potassium except hydrogen, sodium, lithium, potassium, they are all regarded as an alkali metals. Okay, in case of an halogen family element, what happened? The combining capacity is only 1, because the valency is 8 minus the number of outermost electron. If in all halogen totally 7 valence electron is present, in order to attain the stability it requires 1 electron. Therefore, combining capacity of halogen family is only 1. Okay, therefore, all the halogen have tendency to gain an electron, that you are already know that. For this halogen family also, for example, consider fluorine, okay, chlorine, bromine, iodine. In all the cases, they are belongs to 17th group element or halogen family element. 17th group elements are halogen family element. For halogen family element, the group valency is only 1. Okay, these are the advantage of Lewis symbol. First advantage says that the number of dot or cross present on the Lewis symbol indicate the number of valence electron. Okay, second advantage is the number of electron present on the valence shell is used to calculate the valency of an element or group valency of an element. Okay, valency of an element or group valency of an element. Similarly, we can also calculate the group valency, okay, like this. Okay, what do you mean by valency? Valency means it is an combining capacity of an element which is linked to an number of electron present on the outermost shell. Okay, valency may be either number of valence electron or 8 minus the number of valence electron. Okay, note down. In this session, we have already discussed the what do you mean by chemical bonding, and then what are the causal and then Lewis approach for the formation of chemical bonding, and Lewis symbol of an valence, Lewis symbol of an elements and advantage of Lewis symbol. ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ mypuchemistry.in ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ಗೆ ಲಾಗಿನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳು ಮತ್ತು ಅಸೈನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೆನ್ ಮೋರ್ ವೀಡಿಯೋಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.